Do you have projects that you want to do or things that you really need to get going on, but you just don't do it? And it's easier not to? Well, today I'm going to be talking about that and how we can overcome it. Overcome the procrastination and get things done. That's right, today we're talking about rather putting things off to one side, rather going onto Facebook or just procrastinating or watching a movie when you should be doing something else. We're talking about how we can overcome that and actually get your projects done, the things that you need to do. Now, to explain it at first, why do we procrastinate? Why do we do and put those things off to one side? Well, to me, it's because it's easier not to do those things. Despite the pain of actually not doing it, it's actually easier not to do it. It's more instant gratification to check on Facebook or to watch a movie or to do anything else but that project. So it's far easier for you, it's like the law of least resistance, it's easier to just not do whatever project or task that you need to do. The second thing is, because it's easier, it seems more enjoyable to not do it. Because when you think of your project, the chances are you may feel overwhelmed, you might self-doubt yourself, you might have fear, you might just think, I can't be bothered, I'm procrastinating about it. So you're actually stacking up that task with negative associations. So we've got, let's do something easier, and also, when I think of the project, I just see this like mountain ahead of me, this big, huge task, and it's overwhelming. I'm just going to put it aside and not bother. That's how we see those tasks. But how can we shift our awareness to actually motivate us in achieving and succeeding and accomplishing those things we need to do? Well, first of all, we have to get clear. We have to understand that yes, there are easier things we can do, but we need to be conscious of we've still got to do that task. We can't keep putting it off because the dread starts to fill in, the guilt starts to kick in. We know that. So how can we actually stack it rather negatively, but in a positive fashion? Now, this is exactly what I do, and I have some big tasks most of the time. I've got things I need to do, and I never used to be like this, by the way. I used to put everything off at school. I used to dread it and put it off and try to forget about it. And then I'd wake up in the morning and think, I've got all this stuff to do. It's same at college. It's probably why I even dropped out of college, because I had so much stuff to do. In fact, there was a specific reason I didn't go to one of the exams, so that might have something to do with it. So that procrastination and that fear and doubt put me off. So how am I able to do it today? Because the things that I do today, without trying to be overconfident, are very big tasks, but I seem to get them done in an efficient way and a very focused way. Sometimes I call it hustling, like I'm just going to hustle today and get through all the things I need to do. But in the past, that wouldn't have actually worked for me, in the sense of I could want that, but if I was feeling that procrastination, not going to happen. So what do I do different today? Well, I stack positive things to the successful completion of that task in my mind. So let me say that again. Rather than stacking all the negativity to it, the procrastination, the overwhelm, I actually, because when you think about that, it's all before you've done the task. So before you've done the task, just before it, you're thinking about the overwhelm and you're thinking about the big mountain to climb. It's going to be really hard work. It's easier not to do it. So what I do is I actually jump a leap to the successful completion. I hallucinate in my mind what it will be like to having made that change. I see myself having achieved it. So gone through all the hard work. I don't even think about the actual task. I think about the feeling of achievement and self-satisfaction and that gratification of having achieved the task that I want. What this does it gives you far more of a pull that yes, I want that satisfaction. Yes, I want that gratification, the real achievement. Because I've hallucinated it in my mind enough that feels far better than going onto Facebook. That feels far better than watching a movie. Because I can actually then hallucinate in my mind the successful completion of it, having achieved it, whilst then doing the things I want to do in life. Now to me, we're value stacking the thing that we want to do. We're moving the emphasis of the easier or the procrastination, the prior to the event, to the successful completion. I'm stacking up all the feelings, the self-talk, and the things I'll be doing having achieved that goal, which will allow me to be far more motivated. So when I think about doing whatever I'm doing, whether it be recording a new video, an audio program, or whatever it is, I tell myself, okay, I'm not really into this right now, but I'm going to get myself in the right state. How can I do that? I'm going to visualize a successful completion. And how does that make me feel? Well, it makes me feel great. It makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel thankful and that feeling of achievement. That to me is a big driving motivator. So what you have to do is find out what feelings that you would have having got the successful completion. Forget about the pre to the task, so all the pre-emotions which you presently feel. Think about the successful completion. What feelings would you be having? What self-talk would you be telling yourself? What kind of things would you do with that free time having got that all out of the way? How light would you feel having achieved that task? When you do that, then you think of the goal, you think, let's get this done. Let's hustle on it. Let's do the best that we can so we can actually have more emotional freedom. That's exactly what I do to achieve the type of big tasks I have throughout my week. I have quite a few, so I do this quite consistently. If I've got something big on, I think about having the successful achievement, how it will make me feel, and what it will allow me to do in the future. So when I think of the task, those feelings, those associations are stacked onto the task itself, rather than the procrastination, the doubt, and the worry. So please go ahead and do that. Stack the positive emotions and you will notice you being driven forward into achieving your goals and your dreams. So have a most wonderful day and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Many thanks and goodbye.